What's going on, YouTube? Evil Foo here. I just want to throw together with the impending release of Elden Ring coming out in less than a month now, which is awesome. I just want to throw together and take a quick look at the beginning CG movies for all four Souls games so far: Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and then the remake of Demon Souls. I just take a look at the beginning movies and compare the four of them and see kind of thematically how they differ and which one do you guys think is best. Skip to the end of the video if you want to see my thoughts on it. They'll be very brief, but enjoy.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate. the fate of the cursed.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed looking at all 5 of those back to back. 4 games, 5 videos because of the remake. I threw that in there as well. So I think looking at those, obviously, you know, you have hindsight is 20/20, right? When you're looking back at things, so you can see everything, mistakes and things like that. I think obviously looking back, you'll see Demon Souls has the lowest budget probably of all the CG trailers, but it definitely set a cool tone, like an eerie, mysterious world. And it showed, you know, a lot of the enemies and kind of the combat a little bit, the setting. The Dragon God coming out at the end is very cool. Dark Souls 1, when it came out 2 years later, I think that really, they had a lot higher backing at the time. Bandai Namco, you know, footed the bill for that, and they were publishing it and producing it. So they gave them a lot more, well, and Demon Souls had a lot of prestige at the time as well. So they had a lot more you know, financing available. So the CG trailer for Dark Souls 1 was fantastic. It explains the main antagonists and kind of what you have to do. I mean, it's all vague still, but gives you a much better, clear idea of what you have to do. I think that one's produced just brilliantly. I think it's so cool. The narrator and everything, the music, everything is great. Dark Souls 2 went off in a weird tangent. It like doesn't really have anything to do with the game itself, but more like the themes of, you know, going into this world and losing who you are and dying again and again and again. You just keep going. You're just motivated to keep going. I think that one is the most mysterious and to me kind of the coolest one. But as far as like showing what the game is going to offer or what it's about, it doesn't really do anything with that at all. It just kind of sets up, you know, kind of a mysterious setting in a game world. So that's probably my personal favorite is 2. Then going into 3 is very similar to 1. I mean, you can say the same about the actual game of 3 is very reflective of 1, but the beginning trailer is very much, or the beginning cinematic is very much like the Dark Souls 1. It's showing you who, you know, the 4 big souls you're gonna have to take are, what you're gonna have to do. I don't think it's quite as impactful or just good, I guess you could say. I'm not very eloquent with my words, but I don't think 3 is as good as 1. So I think 1 is probably, as far as what as far as the Dark Souls series goes, I think Dark Souls 1, the trailer for Dark Souls 1, or the opening cinematic for Dark Souls 1, that's the best one. My personal favorite is Dark Souls 2, just because it's so mysterious and just creepy, and it has weird vibes to it. I love that. 3 is very good, just not as good as 1. And Demon Souls was good for the time, but with a lower budget. And I think they had a kind of a rushed development cycle on that as well. You know, they probably didn't have as much time to put together a wonderful trailer. I think that game kind of came together last minute. A lot of the gameplay and systems and things like that were really cobbled together very last minute on that. So all 4 are very cool. The Demon Souls remake, I didn't touch on that. It's just a higher fidelity version, basically, or, you know, remade, but just like the game, it's basically shot for shot of the original trailer, just with higher fidelity, you know, effects. So it's very cool looking, but again, it has the same shortcomings as the first one did. So anyways, I think the best overall is Dark Souls 1, and my personal favorite is Dark Souls 2, just because it's so mysterious and cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.